it's not her lesson, it's my lesson that I taught myself. But being at the bottom isn't always a negative thing. Hi, I'm Nia Sioux, and I'm answering questions from the Confession Cube with page 6. Let's do it. Why am I low-key nervous? Okay. Your book, Bottom of the Pyramid, a Memoir, is about reclaiming your story. What did you learn about yourself through the writing process? Ooh, this is good. I think I learned that I'm a lot more sensitive than I am. Like, I have a lot of emotions, I have a lot of feelings, and I don't show them enough. That's what I learned. It's okay to show all of my feelings. What is the biggest lesson you think you took away from Abby's pyramids in general? The biggest lesson I took away is that being at, well, it's not her lesson, it's my lesson that I taught myself, but being at the bottom isn't always a negative thing. If you start at the bottom, that means the only way you can go is up. If you could join the cast of any current reality TV series, what would it be? That's a great question. Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, that is literally my dream in life. Literally my dream. I grew up watching that show. So yeah, Dancing with the Stars. Okay. In the announcement for your book, you said it was for people who have felt overlooked, undervalued, or not good enough. What advice would you give someone who feels this way? Ooh, I would give them so much advice, but I think the biggest thing would be for people to remember that they do matter and they do belong, no matter what anyone says. You always matter, and no one gets to make you feel bad about yourself, you know? You are the star in your own life. What do you think is the most surprising thing people will learn about you from your book? For someone who has been kind of like overlooked or has been told that like they're not good enough, like on the daily, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person, which I think says a lot about me, maybe? Dance has been such a big part of your life, but it came with ups and downs. What is your relationship like with dancing now? Dancing right now is a positive in my life. I have learned to love dance again. I danced throughout college, and even now, every now and then I will dance. It's definitely like part of me that I don't think I'll ever really be able to give up. Let's see. Which of your Dance Moms teammates do you keep in touch with the most? Oh, for sure, Chloe. I'm seeing her tomorrow. For sure. If you had to pick one song to choreograph a dance about your life to, what would it be? Ooh, I can't pick a specific song, but like I feel like a Beyonce song would just like really resonate with me. We all know you love your mom, Dr. Holly. What is the quality you admire most about her? Ooh, she treats people with so much respect, and I love that about her. She genuinely is just like at her core a good person and just loves to help people. And I see a lot of that in myself as well. Like I get that from her. Okay. If you could swap lives with another creator for a day, who would it be? And what would you do? Probably, I'm not gonna, okay, wait, I'm sorry. It's so funny. This is really random, but probably the guy who I'm sorry. He does like this dance. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna go into further detail, but if you know, you know. I just feel like it'd be funny to troll people.
If you like Hello Kitty, this is for you.
Are you afraid of...
You said you always wanted to write a book. What inspired you to share your story now? Ooh, I honestly think I got to a certain point where I felt confident in just sharing my journey, where I just wasn't afraid of what people would think anymore. I wasn't scared of people. I saw people were really wondering about my story and how Dance Moms affected my life. And it made me think, maybe this is the right time to share my story. Ooh, this is a big one. Okay. Build a pyramid yourself. How would you rank these trends? Pumpkin spice season, butter yellow as a color, golden retriever boyfriends, telling your mom everything, the summer I turned pretty, skipping Thanksgiving, and going right to the Christmas decorations. Okay. Bottom would be Thanksgiving, like skipping Thanksgiving and going right to Christmas. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. If not my favorite, one of my favorite holidays. Next, at the bottom of the pyramid, I would probably say telling your mom everything. I tell my mom everything, but like, you don't need to tell your mom everything. Okay, I'm gonna put The Summer I Turned Pretty. That would be next. Because I love it, I watch it, good show. But maybe we can watch some other shows too. I'm gonna do Golden Retriever Boyfriends next. Like, great, love that for us. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Next, I would say butter yellow as a color. Love the color yellow, but my favorite color always will be pink. And then last but not least, pumpkin spice season. I love a pumpkin spice season anything. I love a seasonal trend. You know what I mean? I just love to bake. Oh, probably because of the bake. I feel like the baked treats around pumpkin spice season are just beautiful, so good. Yeah, that would be my ranking. What is the biggest misconception about you? That I'm a bad dancer, please. It's true, it's true. Dang. After announcing your upcoming memoir, did any of your fellow Dance Moms alum reach out to you? If so, what'd they say? Yeah, Chloe has been so supportive throughout my whole journey and throughout this book. Chloe honestly really encouraged me to share my story. I always knew I was gonna do it, but I feel like her encouraging me to finally tell my story, because she was surprised that I hadn't even really talked much about my time on Dance Moms. I think it really helped me feel like it was the right time. And also like the Highland sisters, they're so sweet. They also reached out to me and were so kind. So yeah, there's been some people who have been so sweet and supporting me. So I appreciate them all the way. Let's see. There has been recent, oh, this is so funny. There has been recent speculation that you are in talks to join the cast of Bravo's Next Gen LA. Are the rumors true? What is your relationship to people wanting to see you on the show? I don't know where this rumor started, if I'm being so honest. When people started posting about this, and I was very confused. One, I didn't really understand what it was at first, because I know this might be surprising. I don't really watch reality like that. I don't. But when I started seeing people post, I was like, what? You never know though. I sometimes do random things. Looking back, is there anything you would have done differently while on Dance Moms? That's a very deep question. I feel like, yeah, there are things I would do differently, but also we're people, we make mistakes, and I like to live a life of no regrets. You know what I mean? I feel like it's really important to just kind of like own the past, own things that happen, own past mistakes, past whatever, and grow from it, you know? So I would say there probably are things I absolutely should have done differently, but I choose to just move on. Oh, we only have a few more left. You grew up in the entertainment industry. Along your journey, who has given you the best career advice, and what is it? There's been a few people who have given me really good advice. Mikey Minden, he directed like my first couple of music videos when I first started doing music. And one of the things he told me, he was like, never sign anything. Don't sign anything. And I have learned that the hard way a few times. And then the other thing would be my mentors, Chloe and Maud Arnold. I actually talk about this in the book. When I was really down about dance, thinking about, you know, like, what am I really gonna dance for the rest of my life? Should I quit? Whatever. They helped me get through that time. And a piece of advice they told me was that whenever you meet someone who used to dance, they always tell you that they regret not sticking with it. And that's all I needed to hear to keep pursuing my love, my passion for dance. You have said you felt like your story wasn't told the way it should have been told through Dance Moms. Were there parts of your story that were hard to relive while writing the book? Absolutely. There were some things I'm like, oh, I don't really, like, there were parts that were hard to relive and parts that were hard to kind of write through, especially like, you know, digging up the past, but it's not really digging up the past. It's kind of resolving it and having closure to move on. Okay. What is your go-to coffee order? Oof, this is a good one. And it's very basic, but it's my favorite. An iced vanilla latte with oat milk. But I do love a chai. And sorry, you're gonna get 3 answers now. I'm also a tea drinker too. It wasn't about tea, but I also drink tea every single day. So there you go, you know more than you wanted to know. Okay, this is the last one, guys. You are at the premiere for Freakier Friday. What would be the first thing you would do if you switched spots with your mom? I would genuinely like, sign her up for public speaking. Because she's great, she has great advice and she's a great public speaker. So I'm like, I would genuinely be like, I'm signing you up for this. I'd have a whole, I'm basically her PR. But I'm herself. Anyway, I'd sign myself up for everything. And then once she switched back to her body, I'd make her do it because people need to hear her knowledge. That was the Confession Cube with page 6. Make sure to grab your copy of my new book, Bottom of the Pyramid, a memoir, available for purchase now.